Near the Great Salt Lake in Utah, a biker was riding with friends when their fun was cut short by something many people overlook. Part of the road was covered in tar snakes, making him slide off his bike. Luckily, he was fine, thanks to his full gear. Tar snakes get slick, especially in heat, and they can throw your bike off balance. The best defense is slowing down, keeping your input smooth, and always looking ahead for changes in the road surface or signs of road construction.
Yeah, I'm good.
An incident in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, shows why it's so important to not just check your mirrors, but also glance over your shoulder.
É cheio de moto vindo aí, não, só não dá nem pra entrar pra direita. Ah, não dá não. Tem mais moto vindo. Mais moto. Ah, desisto. Agora dá pra ir.
The rider thought it was safe to go, since it looked clear in his mirror. But motorcycle mirrors are small and can easily miss a point. That's why a quick shoulder check can make all the difference. I know a lot of my viewers also watch Saronster, and you might have seen his last video where he bought a mini Porsche. During that ride, he came across someone pretty unusual, though it's not really clear what was going on.
7th and Fig downtown, just waiting for an order. If you want to roll through, I got a gift for you. You good? What'd you say?
I said I'll shock you?
You'll shock me in my head?
I will. I will.
I don't think you will.
I will though.
But you haven't. Do it. Do it. You can't catch me in this.
Nah, I will shock you, bro. Hop off the cart. Hop out. Hop out, bro. Hop out, bro. You can hear me?
What did I do to you?
What you so mad about, bro?
I thought I could help you out.
What are you worried about, bro?
I wanted to help you out.
You so worried about?
Slow.
Saronster did the right thing by riding away. I would advise that to anyone, but what would you have done in that situation?
My wheels aren't about to fall off before I get into another situation like that. That little girl thought she could scare me with some brass knuckles. That's so funny. I'm gonna shock you in your head. It's like, bro, I got a helmet on. I'm not scared of that.
In the state of Illinois, a biker was caught speeding far beyond the limit. According to the NHTSA, 33% of all motorcycle accidents are caused by speeding, and this rider had one of the closest calls ever recorded. Speeding like this just isn't worth it. You're putting yourself and everyone around you in danger. The rider's reaction says it all.
Oh my God! Oh! Alright, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. No more. That's it. If y'all see the bike on Marketplace, don't ask no questions. That's it. Oh my God!
Taking unnecessary risks in a hurry is never worth it, whether it's crossing a closing train track, an opening bridge, or in this case from Istanbul, Turkey, where a rider approached the toll plaza with its closing barrier arms. Luckily, it was a minor crash, but it remains a reminder that rushing toll barriers isn't worth the risk. Always wait until they're fully open and clear. It only costs you seconds. In Perry County, Ohio, a biker had a very close call, and it wasn't even his fault. Another rider nearly caused him to crash, but he managed to save it just in time.
Oh my God!
If the rider had gone any further to the right, this could have ended much worse. Fortunately, nothing serious happened.
Bro, are you good? I'm fine. Bro, dude, I almost hit you, bro. Dang, man.
The fallen rider was okay and walked away, but his bike wasn't as lucky.
Dude, it's gonna take a lot of people to get this out, bro.
Hey, you got strong boys down there?
In Hubei province, China, a biker had a classic case of inexperience. He swerved to avoid a puddle in the road but couldn't commit back to his lane. Fixated on the wrong spot, he ended up crashing. Always commit, and always look where you want to go. That's what keeps you upright. Fortunately, the rider was fine, but his bike clearly wasn't. A rider from the Netherlands was on a trip to Paris with his friends. Even though it was summer, he had brought his jacket along, but it was too hot to wear. So, he strapped it to the back of his bike with 2 fasteners. What seemed like a simple decision quickly turned into something very dangerous.
But it's not a big of an issue. It happened right when I shifted in this video, as you can see.
Miraculously, the rider saved this close call. What happened is that his jacket got caught in the wheel, locking up the rear wheel completely, and that's where all the smoke came from. And make sure to listen to the biker's own advice too.
So my advice, please listen to me. Don't put anything that can come loose on the back of your bike.
A rider from Vernon, Connecticut was speeding, and when things went south, he forgot to hit the brakes, which almost caused him to crash. According to the biker, this is what led to the close call, so go to the comments and show your worst.
It's just you.
A lot of people still don't understand how a zipper merge works. To keep traffic flowing, you let others merge safely, and those merging should use the whole lane and merge at the end, right at the merge point. But as you'll see with this Kia Soul driver, not everyone seems to get it. The rider lets a semi-merge in, since no car is giving it space. But the driver doesn't seem to appreciate it, like a few seconds of his time are worth more than courtesy. These are the greedy people that create unnecessary traffic.
Why you angry, bro? It's not me. Yeah, you're blocking. I'm helping you semi. Come in. You asshole. You lost your semi then. Why are you mad? Nobody's mad at nobody else, bro. It's just you. It's just you.
Was this deserved? Let me know in the comments below. Two bikers were riding through the forests of northern Michigan when out of nowhere, a buggy came in hot. But the wet roads made the buggy do something no one expected.
Oh,
On wet roads, sudden braking can easily reduce traction and make a vehicle unstable, sometimes leading to rollovers.
You alright?
Yeah, we're okay.
My brand new frickin' side-by-side.
Ready, guys?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Look at that. Hey, thanks, man.
Have a good one.
A rider from Houston, Texas, had just bought a brand new bike. but with little experience on a powerful bike, he quickly ended up in a crash.
Wait, so you missed it? Oh shit.
I'm not exactly sure what caused this crash. It looks to me like he just lacked experience. If you know what really happened, let me know in the comments below. In Summerville, South Carolina, a biker stuck in traffic decided to lane filter when out of nowhere, a fake cop tried to stop him.
You know what? We're not gonna sit here and stay in traffic. We're just gonna go ahead and scooch on in. That's funny.
That's a $165 ticket.
Yeah?
Yeah, 4 points. No lanes fit in South Carolina.
Is that the your lights?
You want to see my lights?
No, I'm fine. I gotta go, brother. Look at this guy, bro. So if you guys just don't know what just happened, obviously I'm lane splitting from whatever it is. Hey, don't do that again, bro. You don't me. Don't do that shit again. All right? You want to get? You're not a cop. You're not a cop. Watch your out, bro. I don't give a what you think. You're not a cop, bro.
Lane filtering in South Carolina is not permissible, and neither is impersonating an officer. General impersonation could land you up to a year in jail, so always ask for a badge. According to a study, 60% of drivers making a left turn end up drifting into the opposite lane, and that's exactly what happened to this biker from Ohio.
Yeah, man. Oh, what the f? Dude. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Yeah. Won't you move your car over here?
Very second up, man, but still keep your wits about yourself. There's traffic coming in and not everyone's going to pay attention.
In this situation, there was nothing the rider could have done. The car was completely at fault.
I think I'm good.
But when approaching small lane intersections, always anticipate wide turns, because you can't count on drivers to stay in their lane. This rider and his girlfriend were just coming back from a funeral ride. Back in their neighborhood, they slowed down to take in the scenery, when suddenly, a random Karen showed up, upset about the sound of their bikes, even though they were riding slow. Watch what she says.
Don't even, what are you talking about, a racetrack?
Yeah, I mean, like, up and down all day long, my street, I don't appreciate that.
We're practicing, she's a learning rider. She's learning to ride.
Because it sounds like there's three bikes all day long
Yesterday, after we went to my friend's funeral, I had me and my friend come here and we rode around the neighborhood a little bit.
I'm very sorry what happens in your personal life. We all have lives, but all I'm saying is a racetrack might be more beneficial.
Yeah, no, I'm actually not looking to get on a racetrack right now. I just had a friend die on a motorcycle, and that's why we're taking it easy in this neighborhood where we're allowed to do this safely. Huh? I live here. I live here. Yeah, so I'm allowed to be here. I know, I don't treat it like a racetrack. Bye, Karen. Cry, baby. Wah, wah. I felt bad for her daughter in the passenger seat. I just recorded this too. Like, what the?
A biker from Minas Gerais, Brazil, shows exactly why you should always approach intersections with care, even if you have the right of way.
Porra, que você faz isso, mano? Mano, olha o pare lá, mano. Olha o pare, mano. Agora é pra arrumar a moto, mano. Eu trabalho com ela todo dia, mano.
Luckily, the biker had not something serious, but he seemed more worried about his bike than himself.
Mas tá ligado que vai ter que arrumar já, porque é o meu trampo, mano. Eu uso ela pra trampo.
The rider wanted his bike fixed quickly since he depends on it for delivery work. Fortunately, the car's driver seemed reasonable about the situation. The driver even offered a better idea. Let's fix it right now, he said.
Tô tontão, parece que eu vou desmaiar. Olha isso aqui, ó. Tô vendo tudo embaçado, parece que eu vou desmaiar, mano.
Pode descer, vida. Deixa ela lá embaixo. Esse vídeo
vídeo vai pro canal, você autoriza lá a imagem lá, mano?
Hã?
Você autoriza a imagem pro canal lá?
Ah, tranquilo.
A merda já aconteceu, né, pai? Vou postar pelo menos é um conteúdo, né? Já aconteceu, né, mano?
Sujando lá no seu canal lá.
Não, pai, você é louco. Acontece, rapaziada. Tá no trânsito, tá sujeito, tá tudo, pai.
Tem que prestar atenção, se passar no pare assim.
Calma aí, vai devagar que tem umas lojas de moto por aqui, ó. Cadê, ó? Aqui é carro. A de moto do meu parceiro aqui, ó. É, aqui é de moto, tá aberto ainda. E aí, meu parceiro? Se você falou que arruma moto aí, não arruma? Você falou que arruma moto aí, não arruma? Não? Qual que é a oficina mais perto aqui que arruma moto? Olha o assistente aí, ó. Ele acabou de me atropelar com tudo, meu.
Nossa, chão bola.
Ele passou no para milhão, parça.
Boa, mano. Vai sempre fazer aquele para milhão. Ele pegou e passou. Só viu o barulho. Nossa, aí foi bom.
Eu voei, gravou tudo, vai pro canal essa porra.
Another incident in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil shows a biker witnessing a live police chase. A thief was trying to get away, and the rider thought he could lend a hand.
Sai. Cadê a porra da arma? Cadê a arma,
O que eu faço?
Pega no tenente lá na outra viatura.
Na outra viatura?
Cadê a porra?
Caralho, mano, que isso? Ali, rapaziada, ao vivo, rapaziada. Ao vivo. Vou buscar outro cara ali, mano. Vou buscar outro polícia.
Like we've discussed many times on this channel, bikers must be extra careful around semi-truck blind spots, or as they call them here in Stoke-on-Trent, UK, lorry blind spots. Luckily, the biker was fine as he jumped off the bike on time. The rider was directly behind the semi, so the driver couldn't see him when reversing. The safer move would have been to stop further back or offset to one side, keeping out of the truck's blind spot. With big vehicles, always leave yourself an escape route. Thank you for watching. Please consider to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.